So let's do the menu review for CoreLife Eatery, because this one's a fun one. This is another one where majority of the stuff is great, so I'm going to tell you what not to get. So going through like the grain bowls, these are without any dressing, all of them. You can have all of them. They're all great. They have lots of fiber, lots of protein. They're low in sugar. They're not high in salt. And by that, I mean the max is like 600, which comparatively to the regular like 1,000 minimum that we see is solid for something that's more of a fast food restaurant. Then they have their green bowls. Again, all great. The only one that has a little bit too high of sugar for my liking is the steak, bacon, and blue greens bowl. But that's only the big one. The small one is fine. That has less sugar. But otherwise, everything looking great there as well. The warm rice bowls, again, super high in protein. There's a couple that are a little higher in sugar. That's going to be the Korean barbecue pork bowl, the big size. The spicy chicken big size as well. And then your higher in sodium ones are going to be the ranch flank steak big. And also both spicy chickens, the small and the big, is just a little bit higher in sodium. Those are going to be over your 1,000 versus your ones that are more in this area, about 400, which is a pretty significant jump. Then you have your bone broth bowls and your soups. Again, all of these very high in protein, very low in sugar, except for the spicy ginger and steak rice noodle broth bowl. That one has 10 grams of sugar for the big bowl. It's also the highest in sodium, so I wouldn't really get that one. The other ones that are higher in sodium, again, this is the 1,000 plus, are the chicken tortilla and chipotle broth bowl, the big size. The shiitake mushroom and roasted tofu bowl, big size. And then right at 1,000 is also that spicy ginger one that I mentioned before in the big size, but in the small size. But again, take that with literally a grain of salt, because if you're normally not eating a lot of salty things, you're not eating a lot of processed foods, and this is your one processed food for the day, the salt isn't really going to matter here. Going into soups, these ones are a little bit lower in protein. They are all low in sugar, sodium ranges, but they're all under that 1,000 mark. If you want a more protein bowl, you want the beef bone broth. You'll want the broccoli cheddar 12-ounce cup. You will want the chicken and rice noodle 12-ounce cup. The coconut curry chicken soup 12-ounce. And the tomato basil 12-ounce. Those are going to be the ones that are highest in protein in that area. Now, when it comes to dressings and sauces, because we do all like dressings and sauces, obviously, they're not really going to have a lot of protein. The thing you're going to want to watch out for is salt, which really not too much. But if you're adding, say you get one that's got like 1,500 milligrams of salt, and then you're adding on a dressing or a sauce that maybe has 700 extra milligrams, that's something to think about. Going also with this, you want the lower in sugar one. So the ones that are high in sugar are the cranberry vinaigrette, the fire sauce, and the Korean barbecue sauce, and the sriracha. Okay, the ones that are the highest in sodium is also going to be the sriracha, the miso sesame ginger, the Korean barbecue. That's it, just those ones. So everything else, pretty much fair game on that one. And then you also have just regular schmegular, like it goes through all of the ingredients that are in to make your own bowls. But like I said, a majority of them are pretty low in sugar. Obviously, anything that is a meat is going to be higher in protein, which also therefore may be higher in salt, but nothing really sticks out as like, wow, maybe not that ingredient, like at all. So overall, CoreLife, definitely a great option if it's around for you to use. For lunches, for dinners, it's really, honestly, a pretty solid fast food restaurant. If you have any questions on it, feel free to drop a comment below.